Hopefulness 2.0, September 6th, 2023. This is my yeasty water. It's got sugar, yeast, salt, some olive oil. This is wheat flour on top. Below, I don't know if you can see it here anywhere. There's some, here it is. All-purpose flour is available in there. And now I gotta add some bread flour to it and then mix them up. And that will be my next batch of bread. And every time I dump out my fucking yeast flour, I don't know if you can see it there, but like, you can see all this fucking extra yeast. Or flour. Because it like it like shoots out, it falls, you know how it is. Hold on a second, let me make sure. I hit something on there. Okay. I think maybe I just tapped the screen, but it looked like maybe I had changed some kind of setting. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to do it at all. Let's see if it'll do it this time. For the bread flour, which I need 200 grams of this as well. Because I get to be stuck back here, and I would knock on it, and it would just... So I'm just going to bang on it lightly. I could use a spoon or something. This generally is more accurate from my experimentation. There we go. Should be sufficient. Close enough. Yeah, I could just take a spoon that I'm using to lay it all out and blah, blah, blah. And that's just another thing to have to wash. Now granted, I'm using a dishwasher, so it's not that big of a deal. My dishwasher is mostly loaded. I just gotta plug this bad boy in, and then into that I need to plug in my dough hooks. So I got a new hand mixer because I burned out the other one by accident when I was making cookies. I left the mixers in with the dough, and as I was trying to move it around and stuff, it just like it burned out and it stopped working. So it's like, well, shit, that's unfortunate. And I try not to use this specific bowl, this specific container, for anything like cold storage, or I'll put it in the fridge when the time comes. But I won't do anything that could have like any kind of thermal shock, so I won't store it with something that I'll then turn around and heat it up with. Because it's got this chip in it that just it came with it. I haven't received a replacement. I need to contact Anchor again because either they never sent it or they sent it and I didn't send it to the right place or something. Who knows? So I'm just mixing this all up before it goes into the big bowl of yeasty goodness. Yeasty, watery, salty, oily goodness. And these are the ingredients to the bread. Speaking of ingredients, I have new ones. Naproxen, which is a generic for Aleve, and then methocarbamol, which is a muscle relaxer. Took it last night. So far, no change. Some mirtazapine, which is an antidepressant. By mouth every day at bedtime. I gotta take it at bedtime because it can make me drowsy. I still have some leftover like paroxetines, which is how is this? Prozac. Well, no, this is Prozac taper. So I think this was what is paroxetine? I think I may have had an old one. Yeah, generic for Paxil. This was the old one that I've got like too many in it. This is Adderall, which I have like 2 left. And I think not only is it just expired, I think it's basically just, I don't think it works anymore in that. I think it's basically a dud. Yeah, let's do what I used to do at work when I had a job. Speaking of jobs, I have a job interview tomorrow. It's just a phone interview. I don't remember what company it was with. I just started, doing the shotgun method of anything that like paid even reasonably well for customer service, it's probably going to be for sales. Because every fucking time I look for a customer service job that even has like a remotely decent chance of making reasonable money, and I'm not looking for like a shit ton of money right now. I'm just looking for enough of a stable life. But apparently a stable life requires sales. And it's like, why? Why y'all gotta do that? Why you gotta make everything about fucking sales? Why is it always unlimited income, unlimited potential? It's all the same bullshit. It's just hyping crap up that nobody really wants. It's like, oh, no cold calls. Only already with... Yeah, okay. There's no cold calls because you have everybody's fucking content already. You have everybody's info already, so you don't have to just call people out of the blue. No shit, it's not a fucking cold call. And so, like, why would I want to work with that company anyway? Why would I want to work with the company that's doing the thing with your data that I don't want them to be doing with? It seems a little hypocritical. It's like when I was at work, and I was talking about how it seems unfair that we can have while on property, in view of the residents and view of the clients, that we would be allowed to have energy drinks and they can't. One of the other guys shot back, well, says the guy who, who brings kombucha to work every day. And now, granted, kombucha doesn't have anything in it, but at the same time, it's like, that's not really the point. The point is, and I thought about it. It gave me something to think about. And so the next day, I was like, you're right. I'm not going to bring kombucha to work anymore. Because I don't think it's fair that we get to consume things in front of the clients that they themselves cannot have. Even though those things are, for all intents and purposes, considered okay. But for some reason, during their treatment, it's not okay. I'm like, if it's okay after treatment, then why is it not okay during treatment? These are questions that were never answered. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to bring any more. And then, of course, I get fired, not 2 weeks later, but, that's neither here nor there. But like my coworker had said, I was pretty much bringing kombucha to work every single day. Oh, yeah, some more bread. Wash my hands, too. Cool. 2 other breads that I need to need. I also need to brush that shit off. Into the sink. But yeah, so kombucha barely has any alcohol in it, especially the stuff you're going to get at the grocery store. It's about as equivalent as an O'Doul's, which is considered a non-alcoholic beverage, even though it has a tiny amount of alcohol in it. So yeah, these are things that I've been thinking about. I don't remember why I brought them up. Being a hypocrite, that's what it was. I don't want to be a hypocrite, so I don't want to do things. Is it for somebody else? Potentially. Is me not being a hypocrite, am I trying to show somebody something? I don't know. But I would think showing that you have some scruples and then acting on them might have a positive change? I don't know. I hope. Yeah, I'm sure it's partly for my own sanity. But if I want change to happen, and I especially want change to happen in a direction that I feel is the better route, then I would want to do those things. I would think. Man, it's got a lot of air in it. Holy crap, look at this. I pushed it way down. It hadn't been kneaded since I put it in these bowls anyway. Granted, these dough hooks do quite a bit of kneading when I'm mixing them. And it also makes life a shit ton easier when it comes to making bread. Yeah, it's not, a stand mixture. But I mean, like, you can kind of see where the line is, or was, and like where it's at now is just, it's basically lost its volume by half. So, when they talk about it doubling in volume, there you go. I'll do the same thing with this one. So, like, let's see where it's at here. Shit. And then we push it down. Oh man, that is fluffy. It's funny, I made some lemon curd on Monday, and then today I made shit, I've been fired for 2 weeks now? Shit. That's bad. Pain, right? Hang on. No. A week. I got terminated last week on Monday. Or Tuesday. So I worked on Monday. Because I got terminated a week after the workman's comp thing, and the workman's comp thing happened a week after the fall. It feels like it's been longer already, which is kind of bad. Like, I've been reasonably productive. I've done some writing. Done some recording. I need to edit one of my recordings. This is going to go on here later. And what's funny is that... Oh, man. I'm going to drink real quick for some milk. While I was writing yesterday, and I'm not gonna like try to trim the fat or anything. I'm just gonna let it sit where it is. I'm gonna write what I need to write, and ideally, by the end of the month, I'll have at least 5 or so writings and recordings that are associated with each other, as sort of like a package for somebody to listen and read, and then get an idea of how to potentially write a book about it. But in the process of talking about some stuff, I had remembered a school dance that I went to in 7th grade. And in a lot of ways it was kind of impactful. We had Kiss FM playing live. I'm sure that had, a real big reason as to why I made a live request at the Kiss FM, like at the DJ studio live to, at least I think, live to everybody in DFW. I'm going to assume that it was live. If it wasn't, whatever. What the hell is on here? I don't know if it's just scale or bubbles under the stuff. Whatever. I had to stick these in the washer. And now it actually looks clean in here. It's clean in here. Welcome to the humidifier, etc. Sounds like a great villain name, the humidifier. I don't think they would be a great villain. They could, depending. But I guess I'm gonna make me some bread. going to continue writing about my life in a way that hopefully somebody finds interesting enough to want to write a book about it, or to help me write the book about it. I don't know. I'm no editor. I don't have the patience for that shit, for one. I don't have anybody in my life that is helping me, who's listening, and who's giving me any kind of guidance or anything like that. So, I don't have that kind of support system. One of the YouTubers I follow, she's an ADD channel. Her name's Jessica McCabe. And, she's able to do all this stuff because, one, she has money. But, two, she has friends and a support network and a partner and all these other things. I don't have any of that. I got to do it by myself. And so I'm going to do it by myself because it keeps being told to me. And yeah, it is what it is. I'm still mucking around playing EverQuest and playing Sea of Stars. It's great. I'm not that far into the game. We've already had some major events. It's really interesting. Story's fascinating. The characters are growing. But yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. It's challenging, and fucking hell, man, when that goddamn boss music comes in, it's so good. I'm gonna try to. You know what I'll do? I'm gonna end it now because I have to use the restroom, but also because I can't really think of anything else to follow up on. So I'm gonna call it Encounter, and I'm gonna link to the boss music song Encounter when I upload this. Have fun.